Dr Huck. It's a pleasure to serve under your chairship, and I want to congratulate the member for Blaydon for securing this really important debate, as it is truly shameful that in the 21st century we have a situation where poverty has become a part of everyday life for many in our country. Families are choosing between heating and eating, and we've seen food bank usage continue to rise. Where a child is born dictates their future opportunities, a postcode lottery. And while we've heard very pertinent points made about regional disparities during this debate, particularly from members from the north of the country, we must also consider there's poverty across the UK and within regions that overall would not necessarily be considered deprived. My constituency of Luton South is in the eastern region, which is actually a net contributor to the economy. However, according to HMRC and DWP estimates, in Luton South, a shocking 8,130 children live in poverty, which is 10% above the national average, and free school meal eligibility has risen 44% since 2015-16. There are constituencies in the eastern region with a child poverty rate below 10%. And with Luton being a super diverse town, it's important to note the research by Child Poverty Action Group, which has found that children from black and minority ethnic groups, as well as those from lone parent families, are more likely to be in poverty. But let me take this opportunity to say to all children, whatever your circumstances or your background, you are valued and you deserve the best opportunities like any other child. And that's why I'm here today, and that's why we're here today. The Tory government's mismanagement of the economy means that work no longer provides a guaranteed way out of poverty. 75% of children growing up in poverty live in a household where at least one person works, according to DWP figures. And the Tories are culpable for rising child poverty. The Tory austerity programme, which slashed 60p in every pound of local authority funding between 2010 and 2020, which has led to cutting of services that are critical to supporting residents and tackling child poverty in our communities. It was Tory cuts to Luton Council's funding over 10 years, which resulted in key services such as our children's centres from being cut. And we've heard from honourable friends about the impact on our children's health. That is one impact. Child poverty is set to be exacerbated due to the Tory government's failure to tackle the cost of living crisis. Energy bills, petrol prices, rail fares and national insurance are increasing, but wages are stagnant, and in some sectors people are suffering real terms pay cuts. Responding to a YouGov poll last October, 50% of respondents said they could not afford an additional £50 a month increase to their cost of living, an additional £600 a year. And I just want to finish. This Tory government had a chance to specifically include tackling child poverty as part of its Levelling Up white paper. The 12 key missions do not include tackling child poverty or investment in early years, nor does it focus on well-being and health inequalities. And as the joint statement from Save the Children, the Children's Society, Barnardo's, Action for Children and the National Children's Bureau said, levelling up is not just about spreading opportunities, it's about tackling the underlying issues that persistently deny children fair access to these opportunities. So can the Minister explain what contributions he and his department made to the Levelling Up white paper and agenda to tackle child poverty?